Hello and welcome to Diaries of a Brave Black Sheep. My name is Dion, and this is the podcast for people who felt like they were abandoned. Or currently feel like they've been abandoned. They've been not validated, not seen, unseen, unloved. People who don't fit in to the crowd. And it doesn't matter how you look, and it doesn't matter who you are accepted here. Sometimes I feel like there's an unspoken rule in which if you're not like us, then we're not going to accept you. There's a group or don't have you join them if you are different. And so this is for the people who feel different. You are welcome here. You're not different. Well, yeah, you are different, and it's a good thing. It's better to stand out than to fit in. There's a quote that I would listen to. It says, "Why fit in when you were born to stand out?" Okay? You're welcome. Come on in. Today I wanted to touch on a subject about just my healing, my spiritual journey and my healing. A lot of black sheep are what I call quote unquote broken. And I'm just talking about black sheep right now because that's just what my channel is about. But I think a lot of people are broken in this world, okay? I just want to specifically talk about black sheep who are broken and just sad and hurting and not feeling loved or accepted, just feeling misunderstood. Like, you guys, us, we have to go through healing. We have to get through healing to have a good, sustainable life. And so if you're not working on your healing journey, it's time to start now. You can follow me on my YouTube channel. I am going to offer just some tips that I would use to get me through my difficult situations, like what got me through those hard times where I lost everything, where I was abused by family, where I, felt alone and didn't have anyone to support or help me. What got me through that? So I will be talking about that. It's at Dion Cole with a K. And it's the Diary of a Brave Black Sheep, but I also will leave a link in the bio and you guys can find it that way as well. But I am wanting to touch on what started my spiritual journey. Like, really, I always felt called to get closer to God and have that relationship with Him. I was raised in the Christian religion and currently I don't call myself a Christian. I still hold some of the beliefs, but I call myself a believer. I believe in God and I am spiritual. So yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. But growing up, I always strive to be the good girl. I always strive to do the right thing. Because my faith was Christianity, I ended up, I'm putting oil on my hands, by the way, if you hear anything. But I ended up doing everything correct. I wanted to go to heaven. I wanted to be looked at as good. I wanted to be perfect because I wanted people to like me. I wanted God to love me. That's just, I don't know. It was just my tendencies and how I was raised. And I am an empath, so I have a huge heart for people. And when people aren't feeling good, it's like I want to fix them, But I learned I can't. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Growing up, I wanted to do everything right and get close to God and just make it to the top, But everything I was doing and who I was following, things would change, and I wasn't being told the correct things. I would listen to pastors and teachers, and then I ultimately, in the last 3 years, I started reading the Bible for myself, and I started seeing some things that were being that some things that were contradicting. People were contradicting the Bible. And then whenever I say it at church, like, oh, God tells us not to gossip, I got attacked for it. And, I would say, oh, I don't want to gossip. I just, and they're like, what? You're holier than thou? They would attack me. And these are the closest people to me, my family and close friends. And I was just like, aren't we all believers? Like, aren't we all Christians? Aren't we all trying to be like Christ and do what he wants us to do? But no, we're all not, apparently. And if you call them out, they will get you, which was my apprehension to even talk on this platform. But I was like, I don't even care. You guys can say what you want and you guys can believe what you want. I can say what I want and I can believe whatever I want. And we just follow God and you do you. Boo. I ended up continuing to seek what God wanted for my life in that religion. And what I found was he was leading me towards spirituality. When I was in that religion, things fell apart in my life. When I was out of it, things started to get better. It was weird. And it could just be the people that I was around, not necessarily the religion. So please don't take that personal. It's not a personal attack. It's just my story. And these are my diaries, okay? So these are my personal thoughts. They're going to be controversial and they are going to probably be shocking, but it's my diaries and I'm sharing it with you as my opinion. So you can take it or leave it. You don't have to listen. But yeah, I ended up moving more towards just listening to God within me. They call it spirituality, but sadly, Christianity should be like that, but it's not really looked at as that. But what I did was I went within. I went within my heart, my body, my soul, and I asked God what I need to do, what is real, where I should go. Like, show me my people, because I literally got attacked by church people, by Christians, people that say and said that they love me. So this is not you, God. So can you show me who you are and where you are? Because I did everything right. I did not do anything to these people. So why are they putting their hands on me? Why are they verbally attacking me, attacking my character? I mean, I was called so many negative things. Like, I was called arrogant, holier than thou, self-righteous. I was called a whore when I started dating. Yeah, and so much more that I don't even know, because they talk behind your back. That's just what they do too. And it's wrong. It's not the way you're supposed to be. But ultimately, I needed healing. I needed healing from my past. I did not know what I was going through. I did not understand how much in danger I was still being in that environment of my family and friends due to jealousy, anger, hatred. And I just need to get out and get quiet with God and go within. And a lot of those people would say, oh, you're not supposed to isolate yourself. I was like, really? Because Jesus did. Jesus went 40 days and 40 nights in a desert to fast and pray and be with God. And Moses as well, you know. And so a lot of different people did in the Bible. So it's like, why are you making up stuff? That's the thing I don't like. People just making up stuff. And I just don't want to be around that right now. I need to hear God's truth and hear where I'm supposed to be led to go and what I'm supposed to be doing, because that's a waste of time. I'm wasting my time around you guys if I'm just sitting there listening to your guys' stuff, and I don't even want to be in the position that you guys want to be in, you know. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, I dived into, like, when I asked God for help, he sent me a video from Aaron Doughty, and I was like, I felt led to click on it, and I did. And he was talking about inner child healing, and you can do this free meditation. I'm like, I need free because I lost everything. I don't have anything. So thank you for that. And I ended up doing it. But what inner healing is, inner child healing is the gentle process of reconnecting with the younger version of you, the part of you that was hurt, ignored, scared, or misunderstood, and giving her the emotional support. You're giving yourself the validation. You're giving yourself emotional support. You're giving yourself the love and safety that you never received before. This was the jump point, the starting point of my journey of transformation. Like, I needed to heal that little me who was hurting inside, and I just kind of stuffed it down, and I didn't really go to her and tell her, hey, you're okay. I know they did that to you. I know they hurt you. I know they made you feel like you're nothing. I know they made you feel bad about who you are, or ashamed, or made you feel like you needed to change for them. But it's not true. You are beautiful the way you are. You are unique. You were meant to be like you, and God did not make a mistake building you and creating you. And so what it is, it's soothing old wounds. You're reparenting yourself. You're being that parent that you didn't have. If you had abusive, neglectful parents, then you're being that parent you never had. You are meeting emotional needs you were denied. Beautiful. You're breaking patterns rooted in childhood, and you're helping your nervous system feel safe again. So I feel like a lot of people who have anxiety, who have depression, they most likely need to heal their inner child. Because with depression, and this is what I heard from, what is this name? Jim Carrey. I love him. He said he was depressed for a long time, like majority of his career and his life. And what was happening was he was depressing himself. He was suppressing himself down. He wasn't being who he was supposed to be, who he wanted to be, who he knew to be. Like, but wasn't being. He was conforming for everyone else, wanting to make everyone else laugh, and being the funny guy who everyone expected him to be. And that's so much like how we can be in our life. We conform, and hey, you have to be the fun girl. You have to be the funny guy. You have to be, the one with no problems. Like, and if you step out of that, people are going to look at you like, you're not playing your role. Who are you? And they won't accept you. So it's almost like we are conformed and pushed to be someone we're really not, to be who other people want us to be, which goes into people pleasing. But I'm not talking about that on this episode. I'll probably do it on the next episode. So make sure you subscribe and follow so you won't miss out on any of my episodes, because it is going to be juicy, filled with juice. But yeah. So why does inner child healing matter? Okay. The inner child healing helps you stop chasing love. That is like the biggest thing for me. I have always been someone to chase love, and it doesn't matter if it's the opposite sex or if it's your friendship. Are you chasing love in a friendship, or like, for women, for a man, or for men, are you chasing a woman's love? Yes, I did, and it was like embarrassing actually, because I was so desperate to be loved. I was neglected from love. I was not given the love that I needed growing up. Quite possibly, love was used as a reward if you did the right thing, and if you did what they wanted you to do, what my parents wanted me to do. Love was a reward, and it was a punishment. So, in my dating seasons, some of them, the unhealthy ones, I ended up chasing. I actually only remember chasing one man, to be honest. Because I feel like I found my worth when I was a little younger and I felt empowered, but then I don't know what happened. I do know what happened. Heartbreak happened within my family. It was becoming more apparent of how much I was disliked in my family as I got older. But I was trying to find the love outside of me and of my family and friends, and in a guy. Man, and I did not find it. I ended up chasing a man that I loved away. I ended up not being fulfilled. I ended up looking like a fool, you know. But I'm glad it happened because it taught me so much about myself. It led me to my inner child healing as well. So heartbreak led me to, the inner child healing, the heartbreak of my ex. And so it's important to just be in a relaxed state when you're in love with someone. It's important to not have that chasing energy. And even in friend groups, you know that person who is like trying too hard, like, oh yeah, that's it. I like that too, just trying so hard to be liked and to be approved of, and they don't get attention. They don't, like, people just look at them like they're annoying or they're like a follower. You don't want to be like that. You want to be the person who like is chill and doesn't care, who is take a deep breath, because we'll be doing that a lot in my videos. I just take a minute to breathe. Just to calm my nervous system, because I'm still in my healing spiritual journey and healing, yes. And so I'm trying to do it regulated, emotions regulated. But anyway, being desperate and being the one chasing and wanting and just needing the love, being needy, is not the way to go. But the way you change it is not to resist it. You observe it. You see when you're doing it, because sometimes you don't even know, and then you let it go, basically. And it seems really simple to do, but it is the way that you get through like heartbreak. You get through the need of being approved, of having approval, the need of wanting to be loved. Like, you get through a lot if you just learn to let go. So like you've probably heard in Mel Robbins, on Mel Robbins' podcast with a book, Let Them. It's a book that Oprah Winfrey also was excited for her to do, and she congratulated her, was like backing her up with that. But the Let Them theory is about letting people be them. Like, allow, like, if they don't want to be around you, if they don't want to include you, if they're not wanting to like invite you to a party or basically hang out with you, then just let them. Let them, and you find someone else to hang out with. You do you, and learn how to hang out with yourself, because you can't force people to like you. You can't force people to accept you. And when you do change yourself and you do the people pleasing thing, that's a form of manipulation. And this is what I've learned, that you are manipulating people to like you, and you're changing yourself so that they can like you. And it's just like, there's no need to do that. I was a big people pleaser, but I want to do that on a different episode. What I want to talk about is like the let them theory, and like with Aaron Doty, letting go. He's big on just teaching you how to let go, especially your exes and the old relationships, which you should, because you will attract them back. And I have on several occasions. I would go through this process. It was so hard to let my ex go, one of them. And it was just like, I felt devastated if I let him go. Like, I just felt like the world would end or something. It was crazy. But it was hard for me to let him go because I was like, but if he comes back, and what if I don't like him? Like, he's the one, and I just want to hold space for him in my heart. But no, don't do that, because then that just keeps them away. Energetically, they can feel you holding on, and where your attention goes, energy flows. So you're flowing all that energy to them, and they know it, and it makes them feel good. And it's just like, don't do it, because it doesn't make you feel good. You're sitting there hoping and wishing they return. You're sitting there devastated that they left and whatever they did to you or what you did in the situation, and you're reliving the past, and it's not great for you. And so letting go is the best thing that you could do for you and for him, and then watch him come back. I'll probably talk about this on an episode, but for all my women, ladies, watch him come back. And for all the men, she will come back. You just have to get your energy off of them. If your relationship is freshly broken up, I'm sorry, and you will get through this. I promise you'll survive. It is hard, but you'll get through it. Letting go entails taking a deep breath, holding it for 4 seconds, then releasing it for 6. And then you tell your brain and tell yourself, I let this person go with peace and love, and everything will be okay, with them. Whatever you want to say, but don't do it in an angry way. Don't do it with hatred or anything. No matter what they did, you should try to forgive them and move on. Forgiving them doesn't mean you have to hang out with them or invite them back in your life, but forgive them and move on, because unforgiveness is hurting you more than it hurts them. So breathe, let them go on the exhale, and imagine them like floating out of your mind. Imagine their name or them just floating away, and then focus on something broken up. I'm sorry, and you will get through this. I promise you'll survive. It is hard, but you'll get through this. Letting go entails taking a deep breath, holding it for 4 seconds, then releasing it for 6, and then you tell your brain and tell yourself else in your life, okay? They are not everything. There are more people out there in the sea that want to treat you so much better. And that's what I had to learn. Man, I was trying to, I'm glad my ex broke up with me, because I was staying with him, getting bare minimum treatment, and then right when I hit the dating market, I'm getting treated like a queen. I was like, what was I doing wasting my time with this guy? I don't even know. I lowered my standards for that man. Is horrible, but we all do it, right? We all do it. And then we learn from it. So yeah, I'm glad I went through it. I learned from it. I grew from it. And now I can help other people go through it through my coaching program. Why does inner child healing matter? It matters because you stop chasing love, and you stop being triggered easily. You're not triggered as easily, because those triggers of being abandoned, like, oh, with my ex, oh my gosh, I was triggered like crazy when he did not call me back, when he didn't answer. I felt like he was just going to leave and abandon me. Like, it hit an abandonment trigger over and over and over throughout that relationship for years. And inner child healing will help you stop people pleasing. So if you want to stop people pleasing, please do the inner child healing. It's literally, I think, less than an hour. It will change your life. I eventually want to have my own meditation that I create, so I'll link it below. But if not, Just do it with anyone, like seriously. Well, I would suggest Aaron Dowdy, the one that I did it with. So, because it was good. And stop attaching. It helps you stop attaching to emotionally unavailable people. Wow. You will not be attached to emotionally unavailable people anymore. I have done that. I did that in my last relationship. Oh, he had nothing to give. And he told me that. You stop abandoning yourself. Okay? You start putting yourself first, which is needed. It's not selfish. It's so needed. And you'll learn how to do that. Just take the first step, which is meditating and letting go. It's a guided meditation, so it'll tell you how to do that. Healing your inner child will build your self-worth, okay? It will build real self-worth within you. You are worthy of love. You are worthy to be treated right. You are worthy to be held at a higher standard than just bare minimum, okay? And if you're not, that means your self-worth is pretty low. And for me, I didn't think that my self-worth was low, but through my healing and my journey, I'm realizing, yeah, it was. And how, oh my gosh, I was like delusional. I didn't realize, Inner child healing will help you attract healthier relationships, which I've seen in my life, and create safety inside instead of seeking it outside. That is the biggest thing that I got from inner child healing. It was finding the love within me and not looking for it on the outside anymore from other people, whether it be my parents, my sisters, my friends, a man, like not finding love outside of me, but feeling it from within. So that's what inner child healing would do for you. And I hope that you guys would look into it and do it for yourself. Love yourself enough to do it, okay? And don't think of anything else. If you want to heal, you want to get better, you don't want to chase anymore, do inner child healing, okay? So I want to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you on the channel. I plan to record and post every day. And remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also have an Instagram and TikTok. So join the tribe.